Welcome class of 2023 to the 2020-2021 class registration and DHS course information. At the end of this presentation, you will know what classes to choose for next year. You will also know the classes that you would choose for your endorsement and career path, and you will also receive guidance on how to use Xello to make your course request. As you're listening to the presentation, we need you to be responsible for making your course request. We need you to listen carefully. We need you to take notes, be prepared, and also save all of your questions until the end of the presentation. We have 3 academic sophomore counselors here at Duncanville. If your last name begins with the letters A through G-O, then your counselor is Mr. McDonald. If your last name begins with the letters G-R-E through P-A-D, then your counselor is Ms. Demerson. And if your last name begins with the letters P-A-G through Z, then your counselor is me, Ms. Flanagan. We also have a lead counselor. Her name is Mrs. Williams, and we have a support counselor. Her name is Ms. Mandigo. Students, it is so important that you are at school at least 90% of the time, and not just at school, but in all of your classes. Texas Education Agency says that if you have an excessive amount of tardies and/or absences, then there are consequences. Consequence number 1, you can be denied credit, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. And you can also be denied the verification of enrollment form, or VOE. And you need that form if you're planning to get your driving permit this summer, or if you're trying to get your driver's license, you will need the VOE. You needed a minimum of 6 credits to be classified as a sophomore, and you will need a minimum of 12 credits to be classified as a junior. If you do not have that minimum of 12 credits, please know that you will be reclassified back down from junior to sophomore. Make sure that you are passing all of your core classes: English, Math, Science, Social Studies. You need a year of PE, a year of Fine Arts, and 2 years of the same foreign language. And along with that, you will need a minimum of 26 credits in order to graduate from Duncanville High School. Make sure that you pass all of your STAR or EOC tests. Here we have a transcript. And this transcript is showing that it has 17.5 credits, so the student had enough credits to be classified as a junior. Your transcript will show the year that you took the class, the classes that you have taken. It will show the grades that you received, and it will also show how many credits you received. At the bottom of your transcript, you can see your GPA, the amount of credits that you have, and you can also see your rank. Now, I wanted you to see this transcript because a few minutes ago, I told you that if you had an excessive amount of absence and/or tardies, then you would be denied credit. Well, on this transcript, we're going to look at geometry. And here, this student made a 74 the first semester and a 73 the second semester. So they passed both semesters, so that means they should have what? 1 credit. But when you look at their credit, they only have half credit. Why? Because they were denied credit the second semester. And how do we know this? Because there is an asterisk next to the 73 for that second semester. Too many absences, too many tardies, denied credit. Now, students, if this happens to you, there are some options that you have so that you can regain your credit. You'll talk to your assistant principal, and your assistant principal will tell you how many hours you need for that to make up that credit. So that means that you can either stay after school, you can either attend Saturday school for those hours. If you decide not to do that, then you can retake that class in summer school. And if you decide not to do that and you carry it on into the next school year, you will have to retake that class in the new school year. And you're asking why? Because you need that class to graduate. Here we have the back side of the transcript. And on the back of the transcript, you can see the STAR test that you've taken, the STAR test that you have passed, your score. It will tell you what year you took the test, and if you took it in the spring, the fall, or the summer, if it was offered. You also have your TSI information listed on the back of your transcript. TSI is the Texas State Initiative, and every student needs to take that if you're planning to attend college. So your TSI scores will be there. It'll show us if you took the reading, the writing, and/or math, and your scores. And at the bottom of your transcript, you will have your endorsement and your career pathway. For your STAR test, you must pass English 1, Algebra 1, Biology, English 2, and U.S. History. Now, for those for last year, because of COVID, in spring of 2020, if you were in the class of English 1, Algebra 1, Biology, and you passed those classes, then the state of Texas or Texas Education Agency said, hey, you receive a waiver. You don't have to take those tests. Even if you had to take it in summer school, as long as you passed those classes then you received a waiver for those classes. Now, for those of you who did not pass those classes, that means that you took the test, whichever one it was English, algebra, or biology. It means that you had to take the test in December of 2020. And then and hopefully you passed it. If you did not, you will take it in the spring of 2021. Now, all of the sophomores will be required to take English 2 STAR or EOC in spring, and that test will be given the first week of April 2021. Every student should have an endorsement and a career pathway. The endorsements are arts and humanities, business and industry, public service, science and math. And under each of those endorsements, there are career pathways. For arts and humanities, your career pathway could be dance, choir, foreign language, social studies, just to name a few. Your career pathway could be auto, whether it's the body or the engine. You could be in animal science. You could be taking fashion design, or you could be taking commercial photography, just to name a few. If you're in public service, then that means your career pathway would be cosmetology or health science or education or culinary arts. And if you're in science and math, your career pathway could be robotics, electronics, web technology, computer science, math, science, just to name a few. If you do not have an endorsement or career pathway, please make sure that you talk to your counselor right away. Students, I'm going to tell you the courses that you're going to need to graduate from Duncanville High School. First of all, you need to make sure that you have the grades and the credits for English 1, 2, 3, and 4. You would need Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, and a higher level math as a senior. You need World Geography, World History, U.S. History, Government, and Economics. You will also need Biology, IPC or Chemistry, Physics, and an upper level Science as a senior. You're going to need 1 year of PE, 1 credit. You need a year of Fine Arts, and that can be art, dance, band, choir, theater, and I'm going to add, it can also be floral design. That falls under the umbrella of fine arts. You're also going to need 2 years of the same foreign language, and that could be American Sign Language, French, Spanish. You have choices there. You're going to need your endorsement classes, which you're going to need your endorsement classes and your career pathway classes as well. You need a minimum of 26 credits to graduate from Duncanville High School. Ms. Demerson will be next with rank and GPA.
Ranking points are used to even out the playing field when mathematically computing the averages and rankings. Certain kinds of courses get ranking points. AP classes and dual credit classes are 12 points, while the pre-AP classes are 8 points. GPA and rank start your freshman year. Your 9-week grade consists of 60% formative daily averages and 40% summative projects and cumulative 9-week or district exams. Final grades in a year equals 1 semester, and the second semester average divided by 2, and that will give you your final grade. In order to become an 11th grader, you will need these courses. You will need 3 credits, Algebra 3, U.S. History, 2 years of the same language. It could be French, Spanish, or any of those courses you can take. 4 credits of endorsement classes and an additional elective. You will add courses to your course plan for every subject. You have 8 classes and credits. Some credits take 2 classes and are double blocked. If you're currently enrolled in an athletic sport like basketball, football, band, drill, and you wish to continue during your 10th grade year, you can select a course for one of the elective courses. If you did not take it your prior year, you are not allowed to take it the second year unless you try out. Courses for your 11th grade year. In order to be an 11th grader, you will need English 3, Algebra 2, or pre-calculus, U.S. History, Physics, an endorsement for the 3rd year, 3 electives, and you can select your pre-AP or AP courses. Now we will go to information about Xello.
All right, guys, I'm Mr. McDonald. Today we're going to talk about Xello. It's a new process for you to register for your courses or request your courses for this year. So we're going to introduce Xello to you. All right, guys, to get started with Xello, you're going to need a computer, your tablet, paper, notes, anything you need to make sure that you stay on track. And we're going to watch this video to get you prepped and ready for information regarding Xello.
Xello's Course Planner helps you build out your high school courses to support your goals. Use it to make sure you're on track to graduate and receive any specializations or endorsements you need. When you're ready to get started, access Course Planner from your dashboard, the first page when you log into Xello. Once it's open, you'll see one column for each grade. Courses you've already taken and are taking now will already be in your plan. The upcoming year is highlighted, and you can plan future grades to support your education and career goals for after you graduate. Listed at the top of each column are that year's requirements for your high school diploma. Below those are the free periods you have available for the electives you choose. To begin filling out your course plan, pick a requirement to open all the course options available. Select a course name to see any prerequisites and future planning options. The green highlight will let you know you've already finished it in past years, are taking it now, or have selected it for later. Click Add beside the course you want to include in your plan. Then click the next course at the top of the page to view and select your remaining requirements and electives. Clicking Done will return you back to the planner page. Now you can see a bird's eye view of how all the courses you selected fit into your plan. If you see a blue icon next to the course name, there's more information you should know before taking the course. If you see a red alert, it means something needs to be fixed. Usually it's a missing prerequisite, but you can click on the icon for details. Check out the Diplomas and Specializations dropdown to make sure you're on track to meet your goals. When you've filled all your remaining credits, have no red alerts, and are happy with how your plan looks, click Ready to Submit. The locked symbol at the top of the upcoming year's column means you're done. Way to go! Your course plan is looking good.
To recap what you just witnessed on the video, first thing you want to do is you want to get logged in. In order to get logged in, you need to go to ClassLink. and you need to look for Xello. The Xello icon or tab is going to be towards the bottom, since Xello, of course, since your ClassLink, of course, is in alphabetical order, you'll find it on the bottom row. Step 2, under Goals and Plans, select the course planner. Step 3 will be you adding courses into the student plan. Okay, on step 3, you need to add courses in your student plan. When you click on the plus sign, you will then choose the course to add and then click the Add button. This adds the courses to your plan. After the courses are added, they will show up on your corresponding year. See the example. In the example above, you will need the option to take either Advanced Journalism, AP English 4, Debate 4, English 4 on a level, or English 4 dual credit. Now, of course, you're sophomores, so you'll be taking junior level courses, but this is here as a guide. There's also a sign that gives you more information regarding the courses when you click on it. You may see prerequisite course descriptions as well as when you click on the plus sign. Also, don't worry if the courses are accidentally added. It's very easy to remove. The word add is replaced with remove. Once it's added to the plan, just simply click on the remove and try again and see the example. Step 4, submitting your course plan. Once the course plan is complete, you will submit your plan. During the submission process, Xello will audit to make sure the courses you selected are in your course guideline. If there are any errors, Xello will display a pop-up and inform you of the errors before you continue to submit. Okay, course alerts. If you get a red alert in your course plan, you probably have conflicts. If there are conflicts, you're missing a prerequisite, you're missing a co-requisite, or you need a teacher's approval before you can actually select that course. If you see a blue alert, you can click on that. It's an information tab. It will give you information regarding course fees, lab fees, field trips, things of that nature. You may also see the tab if you are fast tracking by. That I mean if you're taking a prerequisite and a course at the same time. If you also see the blue alert, you may not meet the minimum requirements to take the course. You don't need to do anything about the blue tab or the blue alert. It's just there to give you information. You may get a notice that says, congratulations, you have successfully submitted your course planner. Follow the next steps and make sure that you go ahead and print off a copy to keep for your records. Our last step will be to log off of Xello. You can click on the face icon at the top in the right corner, and that will get you logged off of the Xello and you're finished with your course registration. Please make note of these helpful websites regarding CTE, clubs and activities, MyFuture, MyChoice, your DHS Counselors Webpage, as well as ClassLink. Your sophomore to-do list. Make a list of colleges that interest you. Research schools, plan college visits. Register to take the SAT and ACT. Remain active in community service and fine-tune your resume. Looking ahead to your junior year, plan to meet with your counselor to discuss your credits, your GPA, and your class rank. Search and apply for scholarships. Search and apply for summer jobs and internships. And schedule summer visits to campuses that you may be interested in attending. The future is yours. We also want to encourage you to definitely look at taking a TSI this spring to prepare you to get ready to take dual credit classes next year. And please remember the Dallas County Promise is available to you if you're interested in going to a 2-year local junior college for free. Also, guys, please remember the following. Hard work pays off. Come to school, be on time to class, follow school rules, attend your tutorials. Student parents, make sure that they talk to your teachers. Study at home. Complete your homework, turn in your work on time, use a planner, and make up your absence works if you ever are absent. Please remember that we need you to complete your course requests in a timely manner. If you have friends that you know that haven't completed their course, please encourage them to do so. If you don't do that, then we will do it for you, and we don't want to take that opportunity away from you. At this point, we're ready to answer any questions that you may have.